Everything's about to end inside of Diablo Immortal. Players are complaining about green items inside of the game in the upcoming rework, or I should say reroll event that's coming in the incoming update, and a cosmetic that's just a change of color. We're going to dive into all of this right here today, starting with everything that's about to end inside of the game. We have the Broken Bands Armament. This is our Phantom Market cosmetic, ending on the 31st. If you want your chance to go pick that one up, you can. This one is just basically a purchase in the shop, so probably the least important of everything here. Matriarch's Retribution, also about to end on the 31st. You get your tasks done, you gain your rewards, you get these cool chests that give you some really good gear. It's a great event, and I'm assuming that it's just going to be replaced with a new version of it as this one ends. Struggler's Path is also very close to being done, ending on the 31st as well, where you have obviously tasks to do and you gain the rewards. I'm sure most of you are just about done with all of this. If you're not, take a look at some of the events that you can do, some of your tasks, bang some of those out and complete that so you can get all of the rewards. And the Colossal Surge. This is probably the most important of all of these because this one is ending on the 1st of June. Remember, from Colossal Surge, we unlocked polished cores, and then we could take those polished cores and upgrade, in this case, this version of the update, only the Colossus Engine Gem. As you can see, I was able to take my Colossus Engine Gem from 2 stars all the way to 4 stars. I'm not going to have enough of the cores to get myself up to a 5-star. You need 22 of them. There is no way for me to get that, so I'm not going to be able to. But for those of you that are really trying to unlock a 2-star gem, turn it into 3 stars, maybe even 4 stars, it is a really nice opportunity here. And it's something that I've talked about at length on the channel of how you can take advantage of that and how you can try to, you know, as either a low spender or even a free-to-play player with free legendary crests, take a 2-star out of 5 and get it bumped up a little bit to see some progress along the way for yourself and for your account. Now, I want to dive into this discussion regarding set items, all right? Because this post just popped up on the forum this morning, quite in depth. Allow me to summarize for you. Blizzard had said in the patch notes that are upcoming, both in the Chinese patch notes and in our patch notes in North America, that there's going to be an event. It's the Set Gear Reforging limited time event. Green items have always been a problem inside of the game. It's difficult to get the proper green items that you want with all the magic attributes into like a perfect piece. And on top of that, when you finally do get it into that perfect piece, you then have to deal with new infernal difficulties where you are then redoing and recycling and getting new green items. It is a constant turnover and one that is very difficult to get those perfect green items every single time we bounce from one level to the next. So what we're being told here is that from June 1st through the 19th, this event is going on, where you're going to be able to reforge items and really try and get those 2 to 3 magic attributes that you're looking for from taking multiple items, putting them together and trying to use some luck. And they're saying that the odds are very much in our favor to get that perfect green item. Now we do have a response here, and essentially the writer Jamster right here is saying that this is a problem, right? This is something that is not thought out well, and the real problem that he's talking about is this is all happening and ending before the next difficulty level. So let's say that we have this event and I am able to craft up the most perfect, best item that is the magic item, the green item that I've been waiting for. We then are going to go to another infernal difficulty or whatever difficulty it's going to be called, and that's going to be done. It's going to be garbage because we're getting to that limit already. It's getting towards the end. Could this be a system that Blizzard is testing out to see how well it works, use it during this season, and then bring it back during the next? Or is it just an oversight and they weren't thinking that, okay, they're going to craft these great items and then it's going to be time for them to trash those items? It gets even better right here, as Meteor Blade says. He says, he also discusses right here, it makes very little sense for this not being permanent and to disappear right before it would actually be useful for Paragon 900 gear. Basically touching on that point that I was just mentioning. We're going to that next level, that next difficulty level, Paragon 900, And also he mentions, why would this be a limited thing? If this is something good, if this solves a problem for green gear, why not make it a permanent thing inside of the game? Why make it something that's just here for a little bit? And then it gets even better. He says, from the Chinese patch note, basically it's not permanent and you have a limited number of attempts from reforging. So if we jump over to the Chinese patch notes right here, you'll see that it says use 3 pieces of the same part of the same set for a recast, high probability to get a high quality piece of gear. And the following quality probability is improved: 2 plus attributes plus 2 magic attributes, or 3 bonus attributes plus 2 magic attributes and above. The number of times per day during the event can be recast, and the number of times will not be recast. So although this is a broken English style right there, like it's not clearly translated, it is definitely saying that this is something that's going to be in limited fashion. You're only going to have, at least that's what we're thinking, we don't have it in front of us to actually say definitive, but it seems that we're only going to have a certain number of recasts, and then we're not going to be able to do it anymore. So we have to hope that the recast system works well and RNG is on our side before we run out of recasts per day. And then again, it's going to be Paragon 900, and the gear that we're utilizing there is no longer going to be a thing. We're going to have to just trash it and use it elsewhere. Let me know your thoughts. My thought here is that I hope that Blizzard is doing this as a test to see how this new system works, and hopefully if it works well and if it's a good quality of life improvement to solve the green item problem for all of us players, that they bring it to the game as an all the time type thing. I always do like it when new systems are brought into the game and when we can enjoy them and use them to improve our experience. Now, there was another thing that I wanted to share with you guys regarding the new cosmetic. Remember yesterday I talked about the new cosmetic that was coming? Well, let's have a look at this. This is the Lineage of Beasts. Up top, you see when this was initially launched back in 2023. This is something that I did not even recognize. My good friend Red October, he hit me up and he said, check this out. Back in 2023, we had the Lineage of the Beasts. This is not a cosmetic that I even have, and I believe back then, correct me if I'm wrong, this was a Phantom Market cosmetic. Now it is returning, looking a little bit better in my opinion, at least the color patterns that they're using, the contrast, as a Obol cosmetic, costing us 4,500 Obols, and my assumption with that is that it's going to be a cross-class cosmetic and come with all the goodies. So, what do you guys think of this? If this was originally in the game as a Phantom Market cosmetic, Lineage of Beasts, if it was initially there as Phantom Market and cost $175, what are your thoughts of the redo of it costing 4,500 Obols? Let's actually go and let's take a look right now in the shop. Let's just go to currency really quickly and see 4,500 Obols. You know, we're looking at less than $100, right? So it's gonna probably look something like this. Look at this one's actually on sale right now, discounted. You're getting a portal, you're getting the cosmetics, multiple cosmetics, cross-class. This one is now for 3,000 Obols, normally 4,500. And there's actually not much in here because I'm playing as the Tempest right now, so there's not a lot of options available. But, I mean, if this cosmetic was initially, in the past, $175 as a Phantom Market cosmetic, how does it make you feel as a purchaser back then if people can just get it now for nearly, actually it is half the price, because $100 gets you 7,200 Obols. So it's actually less than half the price. Now again, I could be wrong here. This Lineage one of Beasts could have come as an Obol cosmetic, and I'm just not recalling. I mean, we're talking about back in 2023. Let me know if you have that cosmetic, if you picked it up, and where you got it from, if you do recall. So obviously we're sitting here looking at a bunch of negative things and looking at things in a negative light. But again, the assumption is always that things are being done for the good of the game, not just for the good of the pockets, if you know what I'm saying. Also, regarding that cosmetic, do you think that's a positive thing? If it was available in the past as a Phantom Market cosmetic, and let's say you didn't play the game back then, or let's say you didn't have the money back then to get it, do you think it is a positive thing to reissue that cosmetic and to reissue it with a facelift from what it previously was at a lesser cost? Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm still looking forward to the update. Can't wait for this one to drop. And tomorrow is Thursday. We'll be live tomorrow. Hope you guys come on through.